A new piece of legislation is targeting sanctuary cities and the lawmakers supporting those cities. That measure would put those politicians behind bars for not enforcing immigration laws. One America's Emerald Robinson has that story from Washington.
Indiana Congressman Todd Rokita is saying lock them up. The congressman introduced a new piece of legislation aiming to go after politicians and government officials who ignore immigration laws, resulting in cases like the death of Kate Steinle.
Sanctuary cities have got to end, and the SLAPP Act will help do that. We have liberal politicians, whether it's Mayor Rahm Emanuel in Chicago or Jerry Brown, the governor of California, who are putting their open border ideology above the safety of their own citizens.
An ideology that could land such officials in jail if the Stopping Lawless Actions of Politicians Act passes.
The SLAPP Act would make politicians who ignore federal law, federal immigration law, would make it a crime that itself. If they're going to act like criminals by ignoring federal law, we're going to treat them like criminals and we're going to lock them up.
Lock them up for as much as 5 years and $1 million in fines. The Indiana congressman says it's about getting rid of excuses.
What I want to do is take all excuses off the table. Just like Kate's Law, which defunded sanctuary cities, waits action in the Senate. We are calling on the Senate to take up Kate's Law. This would be another, arrow in the quiver for Donald Trump and the administration to use to give us a sovereign nation again.
And Representative Rokita says enforcing immigration law is one of the 2 things the federal government should be doing according to the Constitution.
When it comes to the federal government, if there's 2 things the federal government should be doing under our Constitution, it's the national defense and it's the federal enforcement of immigration laws, which includes the security of our borders. And so this is truly in the purview of the federal government. And so when a local politician thumbs their nose and completely ignores a federal law like immigration law, they ought to be committing a crime themselves and they ought to go to jail.
Representative Rokita says that he is garnering support for his SLAPP Act, and though it will not offer justice for Kate Steinle, whose killer was found not guilty of her death, it will help going forward, he says. He also added that either we are a nation of laws or we are not. In the nation's capital, Emerald Robinson, One America News.